Good morning. Woke up in the middle of the night after some crazy dreams. And it's like every revelation. It just gets better and it gets worse. When it was the worst, it was the best, is how it feels this morning. When it was back and forth between being completely lost, but being there, and needing everyone to pick me up, but nowhere to go. And then being completely lost, but all there. Getting all these crazy insights and putting together all these crazy things that are the path behind me. And feeling like, well, in retrospect, like everyone being the thing that, I don't know, it's like everyone wanted to drown me. Everyone wanted to pick me up. I was just out of reach. This morning, suddenly I wake up and feel like, oh shit, it's even worse now. As things get better, presumably. How much better can things get, I suppose? It's like, I mean, nothing's changed since yesterday, but people feel like you're fading away, and they want to reach out and do something, even if it's long, long distance. And then when things start going right, I mean, it's all in the mind, right? So, I mean, tomorrow will be totally different, but things start going right, then how good can they get? At the same time as it's never any different than it was right now in this very moment. And so then there's this the fear of success and the fear of failure are kind of tied together. Like, once I have money or a relationship with anyone in particular, then does it start to die? Does the dream start to die? And how could I ever pick up everyone at once? I feel like I've been put in such a scary position the whole time. And it was so much easier. I just wake up and have a playlist, something inspirational, and everyone could just log in and be like, yeah, pumped up, or, have something to think about all day. And now it feels like that phase is kind of behind me. Maybe. Now I'm stuck in my body. And I never know where anything can go. And I carry all this bullshit from behind me with me, but that's all the crazy inspirational stuff, right? But anyone else on their channel, somehow they can do it just talking every day. And most of the time, I don't know what to talk about. It's a lot easier taking everything in backwards and then living it backwards. And I was stuck between here and there. And having all this stuff cast upon me from all these different angles and all this spell work, for lack of a better word, being the thing of spell work that just came inspirationally. Not like I'm casting any spells on anyone. If anything, it's all used against me, and so it is a struggle against myself. But I could be a target for the good and the bad. And yeah, every day it's like a new dead end. There's nowhere to push to. There's nothing to reach for. And being on the razor's edge, it's a lot easier to fall repeatedly and to climb repeatedly and have nowhere to go. And it's still the same. The falling just might be going to sleep. And climbing might be the entire day. We're still there. What's weird is, excuse me while I have a cigarette. I had to do everything else on camera. Just about. I mean, just gotta be myself. I mean, eventually, I have to quit smoking. It's all about improving and revealing our flaws and being wrapped up in a bunch of crap. Looking back at my own life, I see how the phases of it, like, let's just go through it real quick. Why not? Since we're here, something to talk about. Like from 1 to 6 or so. It's pretty much trapped in my own world. There's nobody to talk to, and it's just I was kept from talking to anyone. Mostly it's about my grandma, who I've told you a story about how she would just wake up every day and she would drink the entire day. And wake up the next day and do that. She did that for 30 years. I never started drinking until her husband died. So yeah, that's a backwards story. But she's a huge inspiration. Like, damn, she's a fucking tank. They couldn't drive. It was less than 5 foot tall, less than 100 pounds. That's a badass. Not that that's a life that anyone wants to have, but somebody had to do it. If nothing else, just inspire me. And then from 6 to we'll say 12, 13, 14, it was kind of the same, but different. I had a stepfather, and it's like I was on the outside of the family, even though I was in it. I was abused a lot, and then once the physical abuse stopped, then I was abused in so many other ways. There's no point talking about it right now. Not taken care of. Hey, Sophie. Excuse me. And made fun of everywhere we'd move, and we'd move almost every year. I was a new kid, and everybody gang up on me and beat me up, and then I have to walk to school and walk home in fear every single day, and then come home and just sit in my room, and there was never anyone to play with, so I never learned how to play. Not really. So I never got the normal division like everybody else, like Sophie. And then they got me a dog, and that was my leash. So even when I did have a video game to play, which was used against me as for whatever reason, then be ripped out of it. Josh, dog, take out the dog. I'd take out the dog and come back. But then at some point, then even the video game got taken away from me. My dad put the video games in his room and would stay up all night long like a kid, like kids these days, and play video games and then go to work and Sophie. God dang. She's in her drink this morning. She's all happy I'm awake early and I'm not paying any attention to her yet. Drive me nuts. And from like oh 13, 14 to like 16, 15, 16. There's the next phase. It was like 8th grade to high school, where I started getting into sports because I was forced into it. Though I'm glad, you know. Oh, shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Shit. Played football for a year. Fastest guy on the team, couldn't catch. Then got the winning touchdown in the only game we won in the entire year, and then done with that. That's kind of what I'm starting to feel like. Like, it's we're at that point again. Like, oh, great. I'm going to fucking get the winning catch, and then it's going to be over. Shit. But everything's supposed to be just beginning, but where was the beginning? When can things develop? track and cross country. I got a whole shitload, like 20 pounds of metals. I don't know. I got a lot. And then right at my pinnacle of that, then all of a sudden I start getting injured. Like the fucking devil's always been on my goddamn hind end, just waiting until I was about ready to succeed so he could fucking kick me down my dick in the dirt. So we'd be like, yeah, you won. Okay, now we're over that. Now what are you gonna do? And there's like, what? It's just all torture. It's all torture. There's no like celebration or just like hanging out, you know. Oh, it sucks. And then not being able to get a girlfriend, them big old fucking glasses, and not be able to buy my own clothes or anything, and wearing high waters and everything. And then just overnight, oh, I got contacts. Okay, now you got girls like coming out the wazoo everywhere. But then, yeah, but I don't just want to sleep with any girl, like shit. You know, I was kind of been very committal. But then every time I commit, then as soon as I get comfortable, then for some reason she tears it apart, or something comes along and it's like, oh, try this. Oh, okay, now everything's all fucking crazy. Fucking life, right? And then all of a sudden, not being able to go to school and having to live on someone's floor in a trash heap. And they're all put up in the Artemis house and taken care of. And we're writing 1,000 poems in a couple years. And then, well, you know, I got a few published, but I didn't get anything for it. And then the moment I went to college, then they stopped writing poetry for the most part. But then that poetry later on got me into college. But then the day after college was the first time ever. So he's like, oh, hey, well, you're in town. You haven't done anything for a long, you know, it was just your birthday. I haven't seen you in a couple of years, might not see you again. What do you want to do? I don't know. Well, have you tried Crystal? Who's Crystal? Oh, you're going to find out. You're going to find out. Day after I turned 21. May 2nd. Yeah. That was May the 1st. Oh, wait, the 1st. Shit. Okay. 21, 2 years later. Okay. Now, if we're past that, it took 15 years or more for that to do anything for me. Other than to fucking tear my life apart, but be able to carry it. And as soon as it did something for me, then my life had to fall apart. What the fuck? But then, look, I got all this stuff. Okay. Now what? During COVID, painted all these paintings, but now I don't paint. Yeah. There's a period in my life where I dated approximately 200 girls, and in like 1 or 2 years, but I didn't sleep with any of them. But that was exciting. At the same time as shit, I didn't have a dollar to my name the whole time. I'd just be walking the streets every night, like a druggie, but with no drugs, and like a homeless kid, but I had a home. Life's been so fucking weird. And then during the part of COVID, one part of it, free money from the government, got to spend the whole thing all spun out. But trying to figure this shit out and listening to music and making playlists, which is before I've erased all those, but I have most of it all backed up, at least as text files. Only to, okay, now I'm cleaning past that, and then having a whole year where I suffered and my own family locked me out. Once I'm all good. Now we're around the second time. Okay. It was all good when it was all bad. It was up and down. Okay, now it's like the switch, and now, yeah, but now I'm safe at home. But then now there's nowhere to go. I can eat anytime I want to. Most of the time I don't want to eat. If I really needed something, it'd be provided for me. But what can I do? This is a lot of work. Just to have a wife and kids, which most people just get so fucking easy. Or, like, somebody just wants to, okay, I'm gonna have a social media channel. Like, okay, I'm gonna do tarot every day. And then their subscription climbs, you know? But, fuck, I don't know where any of this shit's supposed to go. On top of having all this weight on me, of all these expectations tied to other worldly things, and most people just take it or leave it, you know? God, or the fucking weather, or drugs, or religions, or the universe, or the Divine Mother, or fucking Jesus, or the Antichrist, or the New World Order, or famous people, and what everything's about. And I'm just stuck at this fucking pinpoint of, okay, what do I wake up for? Where am I going? Well, shit, when I didn't know, that's when it'd go fine. I still don't know, but I'm a simple man. And for all the complicated shit surrounding me, I'm a simple man. And the silliest thing of it all, right? The silliest thing of it all is the sex drive, right? It builds up and you start going fucking crazy. You're like, God damn, I just want her. I just want her. Or I just want this one. Fuck, I'll do anything. Fuck, she can have all my money. Fuck, she could drag me through the mud, everything. And you could just take care of it yourself. And then one second, you're like, man, I don't know why I've been so fucking uptight. Or what? Why did I let her have all my money? What's all this shit about? Fuck, I just want to kick back and have a beer. God damn. And so that's what's fucking terrible about life, isn't it? It's all or nothing. You're dying for everything, or just let it roll off your back. It doesn't matter. But it does matter. And it has to be about something more. Because we're not just, I mean, I don't know. It's crazy how animals like store up and have a fucking dance and shit, do all this special stuff, and then there's hundreds of other of the other species, like, and they're all picking out like, who do I want to mate with? But when you watch the sex act, it's like, what did they just do? That doesn't even last 30 seconds. There's like, and the whole life was just for that. Holy fuck! Or then, okay, then like maybe like fish. Then it's like, okay, I laid 30,000 eggs. Somebody could come along and eat me right now, but I'll never die, motherfuckers. Where's the fucking sense in that? When it comes down to it, shit, it's hard enough just to tell the truth. I'm lonely. I'm never alone. I have options, but not ever been able to get there. Where could I go? If I could get there, would it all be over? Ran out of storage space. So the past always keeps coming back up. It's not like we can ever erase it. And the more we try to shove it down and get rid of it, the more it wants to come back. At the same time, by recording it, in a way, it gets rid of it, right? But it's available to go back to. And yet, it's almost better, more prioritized, where there's all that stuff. And if we can go through it, it's like, yeah. You know, swiping through it, like, whatever, you know. But then just out of the blue, God dang it, Tigger. And it comes up in particular when it needs to be reviewed. And then there it is so that we can review it. And when we want to, because we don't have any inspiration, we can go back to it. So it's hard to say whether it's better or worse, but I guess it's better to have the experience under our belt, right? And to have it there to review. And everyone can go back to it if it's available for all. To take it out of context if they choose, but fuck them, right? It's going to use it against us because, well, it's not like we can go back and change it. And it has to be there somehow as the mile markers for how we've developed. Yeah, at the same time as someday we'll all be dead. And that's a scary, weird thought. And weird how like people go on binge TV show watchings, right? And sometimes it's the weirdest. I just had this weird vision of like in the future how like our lives will be, the lives of now will be like all recorded, you know, all and then there'll be people in the future Like I just see like this 16-year-old kid, or early 20s or something, and just being like, and binge watch somebody else's life, and then use it as a as a school project, or um, make a movie on it. Because the weirdest movies are like the Blair Witch Project, or whatever. But then, or like, I don't know, there's a bunch of weird movies like that. And some are really boring, but that's kind of like the point. Like a different version of Groundhog Day. Like Memento. That's a version of the Groundhog Day. Where he only remembers, like, he's got a memory of a goldfish. And he wakes up every day trying to find the killer of his wife. But then in the end, you find out, shit, here he killed the killer of his wife like fucking 10 lifetimes ago. And he just wakes up every day trying to kill the motherfucker again. And so then, and that's kind of puts things into perspective. Where I was stuck between watching someone else live their life. But usually, you know, you don't get to watch somebody else live their life. It's always the interims. We get to watch someone talk about their feelings and their downloads, but usually they're saying, well, you're an anomaly. You, but they're the one sitting there, right? And I'm always sitting here revealing myself, kind of strapped between the two. And so that's what's scary. Like I was saying in the very beginning of how, okay, so if once everyone in the collective has somebody in their life, once we're all paired up and married to ourselves and to somebody else, then what's the next thing? Of course, we can have another channel about our kids and raising them, and have our own hobby channels. Well, I'm taking up painting. So here's my painting channel. And she's taking up kickboxing. That sounds like it. So I'm gonna be recording her and all her kickboxing championships, because she's the badass, and she doesn't even have to record me painting. I can just set it up on a deal, and so, well, yeah, I'll always be sitting here alone. It didn't sound right, but you know what I'm saying. Or how people have entire channels recording them teaching their cats how to talk by pushing buttons. And watching the cat think, hmm, this button, there isn't a button here for it. And trying to put two and two together, and how that's so interesting. Sometimes, and to some people. There's a lot of things I'd like to do in the next 20 years. But all I can ever see is sitting here in the dark or with the light on and contemplating or being a part of a collective is the biggest, smallest, non negotiable piece that, well, somehow it goes on without me. But it seems like everyone else is a lot more famous. I mean, it's not about fame, but I don't know. Right now, I'm looking at someone that I really like. I've never mentioned her name before. She's probably about early 20s and just a childlike sense of wonder. Now I'm still there too. I'm kind of ageless. I was picture. I like to start at the beginning, but be able to live it out instead of having to restart every 2 years with a new spouse or spend 8 years without one or spend 1 year with 100 that I see, but none of them ever fit. But all of them could have fit. Most people just slip on a bar of soap and then they got kids. And then they break up in 5 years because it lasts longer when you got kids because everything can be drug out. And then you find somebody new and then you got, and that's the way it is for a lot of people. And it's all struggle. It's all work. It's all, here and there. And I guess I'm grateful and blessed that it's separate and together. I guess I'm into here. It's 4 in the morning. What am I gonna do next? Feed the cats so they'll calm down. Because it's the one thing guaranteed that their biological clock is set to. Every morning, you're gonna feed me at this time. After that, I don't know. It is what it is because we're trapped in this one room in the basement. I feel so bad for them because of the other animals in the house and this and that. They don't get to leave the room. But all the other animals can roam the whole house. They don't have a window they can look out. I don't have anywhere to go or anywhere to be, and I'm supposed to do everything at once, and all with nothing. I've been broken down so many times, I don't know where to go or where to begin or what to start, and no resources. But I have all these resources. But what do you do with all this shit? I don't know. Probably fucking smoke a couple more stupid ass cigarettes have some coffee, listen to a couple people, probably go back to sleep while I wait to figure something out. Or for something to figure out enough to connect with me. Because there's a lot of people that have my address, my phone number, and all the stats on me. And my email, obviously. Same times it seems as though there's forces out there that even if somebody did want to reach out, they probably wouldn't. Or if they wanted to, then he'd probably get blocked. I don't know. I mean, my mail's been stolen before by the post office from inside the post office, and I wasn't able to do anything about it, even though everything was there to prove it. So it's kind of scary. You could have so many fans, and not one of them could get a hold of you if they wanted to. Or maybe they're just that respectful, or that just that scared, or just that. I don't know. It's just weird. It's so weird. Being so perfectly isolated, and it's like there might as well be a camera in my room every second of the day, and everyone of a certain type can just log in and just see what I'm doing anyway. Watch me pick my nose and jerk off, or I don't know. And then go back to their channel and tell everybody about it without telling anybody about it for the next day's content. Well, it's gonna be real. I'm stuck as a grown man with the whole life's worth of experience and all of it compressed and encoded now, and still just a 15-year-old, 16-year-old looking for his high school sweetheart and his ticket to success. How fucking weird is that? Well, y'all have a good day if I don't see you again.